Good morning to one and all. Staff of Indian Institute of Rice Research. I, on my own behalf and behalf of the Indian Institute of Rice Research, I heartily welcome every one of you to the 6th Foundation Day celebrations of Indian Institute of Rice Research. May I now request guest of honor to this function, Dr. Barbudhi, Director Nursing Meet, to kindly come on to the dais. I also request Arun, representing Krida, also to come on to the dais. Our Director, Dr. S.R. Voleti, Dr. B. Jhansi Rani, Head Entomology, to kindly come on to the
श्यामला छवि भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की
Coordinated Rice Improvement Project, and 10 years it remained as the All India Coordinated Rice Improvement Project till 1975, when it was elevated to the directorate level. And as a directorate, it served the nation for about 40 and odd years, and in the year 2014, on this day, 15th December, it is elevated to the Indian Institute of Rice Research, to the institute level. It is a great achievement to all of us. I think we feel really proud to say that this more than 55 years of journey has culminated in the several varietal technologies, more than 1400, and several production and protection technologies. Friends, before we actually commence the program, let us follow our tradition, that is Jyoti Prajwalan. May I now request the dignitaries and the dais to kindly proceed for the Jyoti Prajwalan. Aliye bhai. So, just to have a recap, of course, many of you may be knowing what Shastri was, what contributions he had made to this organization. We have guests also from other institutions for the benefit of all of you. A few seconds of glimpses of Padma Shri S.V. Shastri Garu, though he is not in this world. Padma Shri Sishla Venkata Sita. About the S.V. Shastri's internationally renowned agricultural scientist. Dr. Shastri was a very able researcher, manager, leader and administrator. He was born on 4th November 1929 in Guntur town, a coastal district of Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Shastri had his early educational schooling in ULCM High School and pre-college education in Hindu College, Guntur town itself. He opted to serve the farming community and joined at Bapatla Agricultural College to pursue his degree in agriculture in the year 1947 when India got freedom. The young enthusiastic graduate with place for research joined at Central Rice Research Institute, Cuttack, and worked for 3 years before going to USA to pursue his higher studies. Dr. Shastri pursued his higher education and research studies in the area of genetics at Wisconsin State University, United States of America during 1956-58. After completing his doctoral program at USA, Dr. Shastri returned to India and joined at Indian Agricultural Research Institute as assistant professor. He continued there up to 1961 and later assumed the charge of botanist in charge of Botanical Research Station, Pusa, Bihar, a regional station of Indian Agricultural Research Institute up to 1966. Government of India had rightly chosen Dr. Shastri as project coordinator of ECRIP at the dawn of Green Revolution, and he demonstrated his exceptional abilities in research management in formulating and implementing the program of relevance to production. Dr. Shastri had illustrious accomplishments as international scientist. He was instrumental in developing National Rice Research Program of Indonesia during 1970. He was also on the board of International Rice Research Institute as the trustee between 1970 to 1973 and as vice chairman of the board of trustees of International Rice Research Institute Philippines during 1971 to 72. Dr. Shastri was a consultant at the United Nations during 1976 to 77. More or less during the same period, he was also Executive Secretary of the International Rice Commission of FAO. Dr. Shastri continued to contribute to the agricultural research even after his active career. Dr. Shastri steered the rice research in the capacity of project coordinator of ECRIP for a decade till 1975. The progress that ECRIP has made during the 10 years of period is no small measure due to the dynamic leadership and deep personal involvement of Dr. Shastri. Shastri was primarily a rice scientist, having spent nearly 25 years in research of this crop. His interests varied from basic research in genetics, cytogenetics and taxonomy to the more applied fields of plant breeding, agronomy and crop husbandry. Dr. Shastri was an able teacher who was as comfortable in teaching the postgraduate studies the complex scientific subjects such as microbial genetics and cytochemistry as in teaching the farmers the simple skills in the management of rice. The management mini-kit program designed by Dr. Shastri had proved to be a potent tool in delinking the heavy fertilization from the high-yielding varieties, and the importance of proper management of fertilizer, timing, rate and method of application were appreciated. Dr. Shastri's contribution in varietal development had been excellent. During his stewardship as project coordinator of ECRIP, several varieties were developed. Prominent among them were Vijaya, Bala, Ratna, Kaveri, Falguna, Sabarmati, Jamuna, Padma, Jaya, etc. Varieties suitable for hilly areas from Indica japonica crossing program were also developed with high yield potential in cold regions. Unique among his contributions was the variety Jaya, acclaimed widely for its high yield potential, wide adaptability and field tolerance to many pests and diseases. Jaya elevated the yield plateau set by IRA, the miracle variety at that point of time, and coming later to IRA by a couple of years, replaced IRA in many production areas and has contributed to increase in rice production in India. Jaya was released in the year 1968. It was suited to high altitudes, wet and uplands equally. It was also very stable across ecology. Jaya is successfully grown even in sodic soils and also in boro areas of India. It is well known for its wide adaptability and under cultivation even till today in the states of Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat, Mysore province of Karnataka and several other regions in the country. It is preferred for its quality as a beaten rice, puffed rice and also for chapati making in the Konkan region of India. It is continuously under breeder seed production chain for the past 50 long years. In the varietal improvement trials of ECRIP, Jaya was used as the national check till recently in the irrigated medium duration group. It also performed very well in the international trials. Cultivation of Jaya is widespread across the globe. From its release in 7 other countries around the world. The countries where Jaya was released for commercial cultivation are Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Mali, Mauritania, Senegal, Sub-Saharan Africa and Vietnam. In recognition of his outstanding research work in agriculture and services to the farming community, the Government of India conferred on him the most prestigious and coveted title of Padma Shri in the year 1971. He was also recipient of Norman Borlaug Award in the year 1974. Dr. Shastri received several national and international awards, medals and fellowships. He was fellow of Indian Academy of Sciences, Indian National Science Academy and so on and so forth. Dr. Shastri's research and his modus operandi in development find a wide acceptance in West African countries, Sudan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan and Indonesia. Dr. Shastri got married to Leela in 1951. He had 2 daughters, 1 son and 6 grandchildren. All his family members are well educated and settled.
Good morning to all the members of IIRR, administration, technical, supporting and all the persons who have gathered here on the foundation day. And also my hearty welcome to the today's chief guest, Dr. Bhargavati from NRC Meet and Dr. Arun Kumar Shankar from Krida. As all of you are aware, the attendance today, though it is small, but then as per the request, we have been meeting for quite some time, particularly in the virtual meet. Majority of the people, they have joined for the virtual meets, and the link has been provided to all the people who have not joined here, but they all will be attending through the virtual meet. So because of that, I think the attendance is relatively small here. But despite of that, we need to come to the normalcy. Slowly we are coming, and the governments and the DOPT, they have really made the instructions that alternate seats we can sit and then see even the movies in the theater. So this is something, our auditorium is something like a theater. That is why we thought that, okay, let us bring a small change. Because when you look into the particularly the virtual meets, majority of the people, they are having some sort of a health problems. Keeping that in view, we thought that we will slowly bring back to the normal situation. So that is why physical as well as the virtual, this is the first physical as well as the virtual meet which is being held, and our foundation day is being celebrated in this particular board as per the request of from the many of the people. So with these small remarks, I heartily welcome once again our chief guest, particularly Dr. Bhargavati, and it is apt that today he is attending plants as well as animals. Both of them, they have the intertwined meet, and I am really very happy that NRC Meet Director, he has joined here for this function as a chief guest, and also the representative Dr. Arun Kumar, who has joined and representing on behalf of Krida, is very much here, and I heartily welcome both of them for this small meeting. Organizations. Coming to the achievements which have been passed as a tradition to remember whenever we celebrate. There were nearly around 58 varieties of the rice varieties. These have been notified through Gazette, and 17 rice varieties, they have been identified during the varietal work, and 2 genetic stocks, they have been registered with NVPGR. 1 copyright we have obtained, and 1 portal which we are going to release as per the new guidelines of ICAR. The recognition awards went to Dr. Sundaram, Dr. Pradendra, Dr. Seshumadhav for their excellent activities which have been taken in different platforms. The genetic stocks of high nitrogen use efficient and the high temperature and high zinc donor lines have been identified, and I must thank our Dr. Jyoti Badri, who is the chairman for this particular genetic stocks registration, and she could able to achieve this two. The other one actually it was kept abeyance, but then ultimately she could get it, the registration from the NDPGR, and I congratulate Dr. Jyoti for doing an excellent job. The biocontrol agent Trichoderma asperellum. This was the database which has been submitted. I think this is from the plant breeding, plant pathology and the nematology departments together. I think they must have worked for this. And the copyright for radiation use efficiency by Dr. P. Sailaja has been received during the current year. And very shortly we are going to have the IARR new website which will be released by our chief guest on this occasion. Publications, I must say, although we have been really worried about the COVID from March onwards, most of the scientists, they have done an excellent job, and they could contribute a lot of publications. So they have utilized their time very successfully and very effectively, because of which approximately around 80 publications and more than 50% of them are having the NOx rating more than 6. This is the greatest achievement from the IARR scientists. I must congratulate all the staff who have contributed for this excellent work in widely publicized journals and bringing laurels. And this is in a long run, it is going to help the Indian Institute of Rice Research rankings, which are being awarded during the next year. And there were about 8 technical bulletins and then 4 book chapters. And though we are the research institution, there were nearly around 4 PhDs have been awarded during the previous year, and 6 postgraduate people, MScs, they have completed their MSc graduation from this institution in collaboration with PJTSU, JNTU and other local universities where they have been registered. And training programs, 9 training programs have been conducted during this particular time, and nearly around 50 programs have been conducted. And even during this particular time, I think ours was the first organization to host the virtual eclipse. Virtual eclipse, we should take pride that the virtual eclipse workshop of a large gathering, it was, which was held sometimes in May, and later we have conducted even the monitoring of these trials by virtual means. And the Deputy Satyendra Kumar Mangrutia, it is a prestigious international award, Borlaug Fellowship, and he has been doing on the genome editing. Dr. Sheikh Mira, he has been deputed to IFAD. Right now he is in IFAD as a consultant technical expert for the digital training. So these are the 4 people who have really made contributions during this particular year, and we anticipate much more of the people will be getting laurels in the coming years. And 4 of worth nearly around 320 lakhs, and the international project we are yet to receive the money, but MOU has been signed with the BBSRC UK. So this was the great achievement which we have made, and luck and congratulations. I think perhaps this is my last foundation day. So in the coming 15 days I will be making move to out, or as an outgoing this one. I congratulate all of you. I take this opportunity for providing me this opportunity from all of you, and attended, the affection which you have shown all these 3 years, I cannot really forget. So keeping this in view, I thought that I would express, I may be able to meet all of you in the coming 15 days, and my wholehearted wishes to all of you. Thank you very much.
Now may I now request one of our guests of honor, Dr. Arun, to say a few words on this occasion. Dr. Arun is a principal scientist from CRIDA. I think many of you know that he is husband of our dynamic Chitra Shankar. She is here.
Barbulohe, NRCB, Director, Indian Institute of Rice Research for Quality, Madam Jhansi Rani, and Dr. A.B. Smara, and all the staff of Rice Research, Indian Institute of Rice Research. Firstly, I want to thank you very much for having invited CRIDA for this August function. I'm here actually representing Dr. Maheshwari, our director. It is a great pleasure to come on this. It was really revealing and really great to know about Dr. S.V.S. Shastri's contributions here. It was really an inspiration and a great motivation. I guess it is like that for you also. And I was also very impressed by the achievements of this institute, which Dr. Sabhavati has just told. Really fantastic that the Rice Research Institute, which is the premier research institute for India on research on rice, that has contributed so much for this country. And also, actually, I am actually a dryland scientist. I don't know much about rice, that I must say. But still, we all know enough that this institute is a great institute which has contributed so much to the country. And once again, I thank the organizers and the director for having invited CRIDA director and whom I am representing who have participate in this function. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Dr. Barbudhi, Director NRCB, to address the gathering and say a few words on this occasion.
Good morning, everybody. Director of this institute, Dr. Reza Uleti, my colleague, Dr. Arun Shankar from CRIDA, Dr. Sashirani, Dr. Subbarao, and all my colleagues who are present in this August gathering. I wish you, at the outset, I wish you safe and healthy days ahead. This will be this pandemic time, and I hope all of your family members and yourself are very safe. I also thank Dr. Director Sir for inviting me for this function. It's my privilege, sir. I think after becoming director, this is my first function in Hyderabad. Anyway, so I congratulate all of you, the director and the staff, on this occasion of the 6th Foundation Day of Indian Institute of Rice Research. I given the understanding that this center was established in 1965 as a AICRP. And after traveling so many things like AICRP, then DRR, and then now Indian Institute of Rice Research. I happened to visit this institute in 1996 when I was training at North. That time I think I told director also today is the second time only I entered this your gates here. During that time, 3 of my colleagues, Dr. Lakshmi Prasanna is there. I think she is posted here only, and Dr. Prasad Babu and Dr. Kanna Babu, they are my batchmates who are serving you with your institute here. So before joining at NRC meet here, last 3.5 years I am working here. Before that I worked in Goa. That is also paddy track. And I also belong to the region, Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. That is also paddy track. Later I worked in Raipur, that is Chhattisgarh. You know, it is a bowl of rice bowl of India. So I happened to be part of this right track throughout my career. So that is maybe, sir. Then I heard earlier Dr. Shastri's name, but I never knew that so much his achievements. Sir, thank you, sir, showing all these achievements. So that it's an inspiration for all of us also and those who are working in this field. And now coming to the because I am not a paddy researcher, I am an animal scientist. Work only microbiology aspect, but being from paddy track actually since my childhood. Because our own land, sir, we are having agricultural land, And still all our relatives, everybody may be having around more than 100 acres of land we cultivate paddy. So since that time, I think maybe 1974 onwards, 75, when I just childhood, maybe 5-6 years old. That time we used to cultivate luchai. I don't know that variety everybody remembers now. It is very fine grain variety. I think this what HMT has arrived in, established in Shindewai in Maharashtra. That person particularly, I think he has used the best material as luchai. That is very fine. I remember actually my grandfather and grandmother also, they were maintaining this line so many years. I think almost up to 1988, though new varieties have come. But it used to cultivate for our own purpose. It may not give very high. Then another variety actually it is start growing, dhaur. I don't know, sir, whether it is there in your repository. But these are the actually old varieties actually. That time maybe 1970s, so they were cultivating. Now lot of variety like Jaya. Then first variety where this came to our place also, it was Jaya. That time not many years. But now if you see my region, they only cultivate some RPN, then Jai Shri Ram or HMT, and so many other varieties which are high yielding. Anyway, but many of the people actually, they tell actually it is a non-renewable. You know, even though we are traditional rice growers, many farmers actually in my region, so they tell it is not non-renewable. Though now government is giving MSP for around 1860, and Maharashtra government gives around 700 rupees bonus on each quintal of rice if you sell to the government that procurement. But still actually non-regulative it is very, and because lot of labor intensive activities are there actually. But I think this institute has done a lot of things, new varieties and new hybrids and other institutes in India also, that has helped to grow this yield of rice per hectare. Then secondly, the diversity actually of the rice varieties with them. And one of the regional committee meetings also, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, he was happened to visit, and there are biotechnology laboratory, and they are also helping in so many aspects of the all rice varieties. I have seen some of the rice varieties which are actually they tell which are prevalent in Chhattisgarh, having very good medicinal value and other things also. So these traditional varieties, I think government of India also every meeting or every meetings of Ministry of Agriculture, they tell about what is the medicinal value of the traditional varieties, maybe rice varieties. Even now some animal, particularly poultry varieties also, they are behind us, like Kadaknath, you must have heard. So people are mad behind this poultry, but they want us to also study the medicinal value of these things. Sir, we have narrated the achievements of institutes. I think I must only congratulate the director and the staff of scientists of this institute, having achieved so many and released some hybrids and varieties, also so many publications, also so many personal those rewards also. I think any institution comes actually not individual or director or something. If everybody contributes, then only the name of the institute comes in the forefront. I think, sir, all your scientists, they are maintaining all the traditions for this and doing a great job for this institute and for this country. So I once again congratulate all of you on this occasion of the 6th Foundation Day of Indian Institute of Rice Research. And sir, your director was discussing some of the collaborative projects with our institute. Definitely, sir, what you have left the discussion with the previous director, that will definitely continue. And when you are, because no, actually animal crop, this one, integration or other things, if you want to, farmers want to increase his income or so become sustainable, these are, they have to work in close contact. So definitely, sir, we will make it some of the collaborative projects also, where because we are having very good animal nutrition scientists with us also, and some animal sets also we have. So a lot of things can be done. And secondly, we have also very good outreach programs in the field. Not only particularly meat sector, but besides we have lot of contacts with the actually farmers, particularly meat animals, sheep, goat, other things also. Large animal we have less, but buffalo rearing, now we are entering in this because that is the way actually where the farmers, doubling farmers income also, that we are going to help. So we are In January first week, we are having one national workshop also in at NAR, organized by our institute and close collaboration with the NAR, on actually how to keep the buffalo rearing has to be made remunerative. So male buffalo cows rearing or maybe other things actually. How this can help in the doubling the farmers' income. So those activities also will be also invited. IRR also will be invited to that workshop actually. We are planning now. So all these things are it will continue sir actually definitely. Institute so for inviting me for this function. Thank you very much.
Our collaborative research work with the livestock. Ladies and gentlemen, as per the agenda item, now we have a inauguration of our new website, new version of the website. We all have the website, and of course, our institute also already has a website. I'm sorry. We have a website, but new version of the website, I request the Dr. Bharpati to inaugurate. Open, eh? Not it. Not it. Yeah, this new version of the website is not only the guidelines of Government of India, it is also as per the guidelines provided by the ICAR. This is a new version. I think we will have to upload many things in this.
By 20th of this December, have been instructed by 20th they should complete, and with all the information whatever is available in the digital world onto the website. So kindly help to see the technologies reaching to the farmers. That is the ultimate aim of this website. And very recently RKMP is being asked to revamp its website. All the information, including the information whatever it is, kindly pass on to the organizers, particularly the PMEC cell and the ICT cell, AKMU cell, so that it will be displayed on our website and reduce our workload. Otherwise, every time the PMEC cell or the plant breeders are being requested for the varieties which have been released very recently and their availability. So this is going to help in a long way for the institution to display its power in terms of digital technologies and reaching to the farmers. Ultimately, when we are working for the farmers, the information should reach. The availability of seed from small research publications will be showcased by the ICR on a larger scale. So this is in nutshell with reference to the website, and our NRC director, as he has already pointed out, there is one program which is being formed with the multi-institutional program, that is the research coming years for research work. So as an individual crop and as an international institution, so when rankings and other things will be going on, we should look forward with a vision and move forward. This straw burning has become one of the cause which all of us are aware. But without having the local institution support, particularly the animal system, when they do consume this straw, then probably we will be able to reduce this straw burning. So keeping this in view, new programs have been initiated for which funding is being awaited. Thank you very much. This is the information which I thought I would share with all of you. So in the coming years, we may have to mold our research in a different fashion. So keeping that in view, I request all of you to take note of it. Thank you very much.
Dignitaries and the dais, we have two publications to be released on this occasion. One is the Society for Advancement of Rice Research. We bring journal. I think it is June version. Padmavati? June. That is the lecture note. What Bharbuddhi sir has released is the D.V. Sheshu will be giving the on virtual mode second H.V. Shastri Memorial Lecture. That is the
function. This is second H.V. Shastri Memorial Lecture being delivered by the none other than a prominent eminent and then junior from our Society for Advancement of Rice Research. Thank you, sir.
Protection and transfer of technology, and the publications were invited and they were reviewed by the experts outside the institute. And then we have the recognition awards for all the categories like technical, administrative staff, and then supporting staff. So now I request Hariprasad to kindly organize this.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and their colleagues, very good morning to every one of you. Regarding the Best Paper 2020 awards, we have received nominations from different sections. From crop improvement, we have received 6 nominations, and crop protection 2 nominations, crop production 3, and 1 from social sciences section. And we have taken the help of external experts from the neighboring institutions to evaluate and to identify the best paper among these nominations. Accordingly, from the crop improvement section, the research paper entitled Molecular Mapping of QTLs for Yield-Related Traits in Recombinant Inbred Lines, Wild Populations, derived from the popular rice hybrid KRS2 and their validation through SNP genotyping by Swapnil Ravindra Kulkarni et al. 2020. This paper is published in the Scientific Reports, and this paper is chosen as the best research paper by the external expert. And for this purpose, Dr. S.M. Balachandran, who retired recently, he is not here. I request Dr. R.M. Sundaram, Principal Scientist, Biotechnology Section, and Swapnil Ravindra Kulkarni to please come on to the dais to receive the certificate. And this
last jodi of IIRR
for choosing the best worker 2020, a meeting was convened by our director with all the available elite categories. Now Dr. Subbarao sir will take over and in administrative Mr. Chandra. Retiring scientist who will be retiring from this month onwards till next foundation day. So, Dr. Subbarao will take over and will give up the name.
As Hari explained already, so we would like to felicitate those staff who will not be available, who will not be in the service By the time next Foundation Day on 15th December 2021, when we celebrate, these staff members will not be available because they are the superannuity. So we decided at least we have to have a sort of encouragement and also to recognize their contribution, more than 35 years of contribution for all those staff who are, we have scientists, technicals and also SS grade staff. So I would like to request first B. Sushila, the SS grade staff, supporting staff from who is working in our RC farm. Srimati B. Sushila. Venkataya served as the technical assistant in the year 1996. Physically very active. So we used to call him PM. So he also served in both the farm, right in the Rajanayar farm and also in the Kisat farm for long, more than 30 years. Narsingh Rao also became permanent employee in 1989. And then he will be retiring now in this month on 31st December 2020. So on this occasion I request all our dignitaries for any valuable service. And I just forgot to mention in the memento we have given the scheme recognition of the 35 years of valuable session, so on and so forth. Next year, October 2021, all through our service he was working in the administration. I think initially we all joined in the 1990s, we saw her as a telephone operator, very actively, very sweet voice, and then she was attending to all the telephone companies in those days. Institutions, both in Hyderabad and other parts of the country. Before coming to our institute, he was administrative officer at NRC Banana. I think before that he was working in the oil farm and trade and other institutions in Hyderabad too. So this will be retiring in April 2021. He will be retiring, I think every one of you know that he is retiring on 31st December this year.
Which we have been showering for the last 20 years. Thank you very much. I also would like to reciprocate with few things in the coming 15 days, and I request all of you kindly answer. Thank you very much.
All, short. Okay. COVID time and people generally fear to move here and there. So in spite of that, when we invited, so they were very kind enough to come over and address Arun and also Baluji.
Unexpected. I'm here by chance actually. I didn't know that I'll be retired people will be felicitated. I want to just say a couple of words about Dr. Volati, because we had studied together in Indian Agriculture Research Institute in early 90s, 91, a very great inspiration for me. I wish him all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind. Born in 1953 in Jaipur, the present Orissa state. Then he had his formal education in Andhra University and moved to Ravenshaw University, it was earlier called Utkal University, where he pursued his PhD. And he spent 20 years of service in ICAR. Most of the service is, I think, partly at CRRI, the present NRRI, and also at this institute. At that time it was active. And then Sheshu made significant contributions to the green revolution in India through providing inputs to development of early generation modern high yielding rice varieties such as Jaya, Sona, Falguna, Prakash, Rasi. Several of you know that Rasi is still popular. Of course, Jaya is a very phenomenal variety. I call it as a miracle variety after IRA. He was also associated in the development of that variety. And then drought tolerant variety Rasi. Now our Meenakshi is also working on that, knowing that it has a low heat tolerance. And then Sheshu have greatly assisted in developing the rice varieties resistant to several other varieties, major biotic stresses and then abiotic stresses. As the international scientist and global coordinator for INJER, Dr. Sheshu helped to promote international cooperation in agriculture research by bringing together scientists from more than 75 countries. And then with the different cultural, ethnic and then political backgrounds, and encouraging them to exchange and evaluate their promising varieties. The leadership provided by Sheshu led to the release of more than 1,000 rice varieties in all these 74 countries during his stay at the EV as the global coordinator for India program. And then
associated with Dr. H.V.S. Shastri Garu, and we thought of organizing this lecture after completing our first H.V.S. Shastri Memorial Lecture, and this is in the sequence of second H.V.S. Shastri Memorial Lecture. And I am very thankful that with small, Paul readily agreed, and he was very much interested to deliver this lecture, sir. Thank you very much from all the IIRR colleagues for your immediately accepting it. And we are eager to, actually, we are having a program on 15th December. So that will be in the morning hours of in the Indian Standard Time. So where we wanted to telecast this, whatever we have recorded today, it will be telecasted on 15th, our regular program, Foundation Day program, which is there on December 15th. So we wanted to record it initially, then same thing will be again telecasted with all the cooperators of this society as well as the members of the DRR staff members. So thank you, sir. Once again, I welcome you for this lecture. And now the floor is open for you, for your lecture. Sir,
thank you, Dr. So I agree with your friend Dr. Shastri, and I feel it a great privilege and pleasure, to deliver this memorial lecture in honor of the departed soul, and a very close friend of mine, and a very long time professional colleague, Padma Shri, Dr. Sister Venkata. For my lecture, I chose the topic strategic for the networking for genetic enhancement at global level. I chose this topic because of two reasons. One, that this is a subject very close to the heart of Dr. Shastri. Second thing, my own involvement for several years at national, regional, and international levels of networking. National, the ICAR, I was there for 10 years, and the early 30s, when it was established, I went there as a consultant. And of course, my long association with the International Network for Genetic Enhancement with SWD. And I also had the privilege of establishing a genetics network of fish at the World Fish Center. And so these are the reasons I thought I would be able to summarize my experiences to the benefit of my audience. And that's the reason for the subject. But before I proceed to my lecture, I would wish to say a few words to Dr. Shastri. Our association dates back to 1955, when I joined the Central Crisis Institute at Qatar, and Dr. Shastri was already And at that time, both of us were working on the Japonica and ICAR hybridization scheme. And the focus of that project was to develop varieties which are fertilizer responsive. And many of you must have heard the name Masuri, but one of those products of that. And after that, we had a lab of overlap of 1 year of chat studies in Wisconsin. And after he returned, he took a job at the ICAR-IIRR, and there he again pursued rice and focused on the rice ecology. Simultaneously, until then was an uncharted country. Dr. Shastri took a bold venture to work on that with his colleagues. And because of a common interest, as I was involved in the sector of specific projects, we used to interact very frequently and even exchange materials and exchange visits. And after that, once again, our paths crossed when ICAR was established, and Dr. Shastri was heading the project, and I was heading the breeding together, and worked together for 10 years. It was a really very an exciting period in our professional careers, because that period signaled the Green Revolution.
Good morning, all of you.
लगी कैसे జాతికి గ్రహణం పట్టిన వేళ మాతృభూమి మొరపెట్టిన వేళ స్వరాజ్య సమరం సాగించి స్వాతంత్ర ఫలమును సాధించి ధన్య చరితులై వెలిగిన మూర్తుల ధన్య చరితులై వెలిగిన మూర్తుల త్యాగ నిరతి మాకందించరావా త్యాగ నిరతి మాకందించరావా అణువు అణువున వెలసిన దేవా కను వెలుగై మము నడిపించరావా అణువు అణువున వెలసిన దేవా వ్యాధులు బాధలు ముసిరే వేళ మృత్యువు కోరలు సాచే వేళ గుండెకు బదులుగా గుండెను పొదిగి కొన ఊపిరులకు ఊపిరులూది జీవనదాతలై వెలిగిన మూర్తులా జీవనదాతలై వెలిగిన మూర్తుల సేవా గుణం మాకందించరావా సేవా గుణం మాకందించరావా అణువు అణువున వెలసిన దేవా కను వెలుగై మము నడిపించరావా అణువు అణువున వెలసిన దేవా.
And quickly I propose vote of thanks. Respected Director, Dr. S.R. Oleti, Honorable Guest, Chief Guest, Dr. Director for donating sizable considerable amount of money for SAR and for encouraging sir. Our Director and President of SAR for his guidance, encouragement and also constant support for this occasion. I am also remarks and also suggestions. Thank you very much, sir. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to SAR members who are also actively involved in this, and also the experts who evaluated our best papers. Thanks to them also. It is my duty to express my heartfelt thanks to chairman and members of various committees, without which it was not possible to conduct this program. I thank Dr. Eli Subbarao, Dr. Mahendra Kumar, and Dr. Muttaraman, Dr. Hari Prasad, Dr. Sailija, Dr. C.H. Padmavati, Dr. Girish, and Dr. SAO, and all the team members for making this program success, and also they made it possible to organize this. Last but not the least, I thank all the technical, administrative and also other staff members of this institute who are involved directly or indirectly for making this event a very grand success. Thank you all once again. Thank you.